What is up, guys? OliveGrummer here, and I just finished reading live reaction and review to One Piece chapter 882. Go ahead and subscribe to the main channel and the live stream channel if you want to catch it live at OliveGrummer YT. It's in the recommended here on the side or whatever. Just go to the main channel and as you can see, chat. So we're doing this live, and if you want to catch it again, subscribe to the live stream channel and the social media here. Go ahead and add that, follow that, and we can keep in contact. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Xanax gives it a 78. G-Boy, hey, what's up, G-Boy? How you doing? Xanax gives it a 78. I'm giving it a 80. I don't know. It's close between a really high C and a really low B. It was a decent chapter. It wasn't anything like horrible, but it was a decent chapter. I mean, we basically got awakened confirmed by Katakuri, so we know he is definitely awakened, which kind of makes sense because I don't understand why he wouldn't be awakened at this time. You have Doflamingo, who was awakened, and now you have somebody who seemingly is stronger than Doflamingo. It's just one of those things where it's just like, if he's not awakened, I'm kind of like, I would be surprised. So there's a lot of like Oda foreshadowing in this chapter, especially when he said death comes on accident and not when somebody wants it. That kind of reminds me of Kaido. Well, Katakuri said that, so it kind of reminds me of Kaido, who purposefully wants to kill himself and wants to die and put himself out of misery. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's just like, it's Oda foreshadowing, but it also kind of contradicts itself because Pedro killed himself. Like, he wanted to die, so he chose to die. So it's just one of those things where what is he trying to say here? This is one of those things. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Fisherman probably messed with the sea slugs. Okay, yeah. Well, let me quickly review the actual chapter itself so I don't miss any points, and then we'll discuss some things I want to talk about. Brule knows about Straw Hat's meeting place and informs Perospero. He tells Big Mom to head for Cacao Island. It is revealed that the giant wave made by the homie Big Mom created from Perospero's candy sea slug. Oh, okay. Interesting. Katakuri is a awakened devil fruit user confirmed. His spear is named to be Mogura, also known as, what was the English name? They named it something in Mole Earth Dragon. Okay, yeah, that's why. So it just digs. It basically digs. His power with that spear is unbelievable. I'm going to read the comments in a minute or two. The Fire Tank Pirates escaped Whole Cake Island, and Big Mom Pirates lost track of their ship. Makes sense. The name of the Fire Tank Pirates ship is revealed to be Nostra Castello, which is a monstrous ship. It's like a tank mixed with the ship. It's a dope ship. It's awesome. The Fire Tank Pirates are en route to Cacao Island. So we're about to have another meetup. Everyone's going to meet. Whole Cake Island is not going to end. It really isn't going to end. As much as I want it to end, I kind of don't want it to now. And I'll explain why in the discussion. The Vinsmoke family defeated the Big Mom Pirates group that was pursuing them. So Germa 66 defeated them and pretended to not defeat them. They pretended to be the minions or whatever, and said that the Vinsmoke families were destroyed. So yeah, Niji tricks Mount Dor into thinking that Germa 66 has been crushed. The Vinsmokes decide to set sail for Cacao Island. Panda can be seen among the mound of defeated Big Mom pirate members. So for those who know about Panda Man and that Easter egg, that's awesome. It's cool to see Panda Man, even though I didn't notice him in the beginning. All right, so here we go. We have so let me read some of the comments, and then I'm going to discuss everything that I want to talk about in this chapter. Fishman probably messed with the sea slugs. I agree with that. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that one. You gave it a 78, Xanax. Don't like Luffy going to Gear 4 since it's wasteful. Yeah, so Luffy was saying, I'm about to go into Gear 4th, and Katakuri was like, I'm intrigued. Like, why are you going Gear 4th? It's not going to stop me. It's not going to save you. I also don't think Luffy is awakened any time, and I'll explain it to you guys why I think that in a second. Feels like they're prolonging Gear 5. I don't think he has Gear 5, to be honest with you. I just don't. I want Whole Cake to end really badly. Yo, I'm done with Tech, Angel, Goku, a mess. Hey, man, because I put both of them in single summons. Nice, G-Boy, nice. I think Dofi is stronger than Katakuri when you take in the Devil Fruit advantage. I agree with you. I think Doflamingo is way stronger than people give him credit for, and I'll explain why, because we'll do the comparison. I'm ready to know when Luffy will meet his father face to face. I feel like Luffy wouldn't know what to do when he meets his father. I'd rather see Shanks fight Blackbeard than Luffy meet Dragon. Agreed. Blackbeard is the cause of my flame fruit user Ace death. I need to read the manga. I only know Gear 3. Well, I hope you don't get spoiled for anything. But let's go ahead and discuss some of these theories and stuff that I want to address. Katakuri being able to let's see here. Katakuri being able to predict Luffy's movements reminds me 100% of Enel. It's just one of those things where it's just like, we remember when they called it mantra, Enel and the other guys, the 4 priests or whatever, were able to predict all of the movements that Luffy could do, because they didn't know what haki was at the time. You know, it was observation haki, what they had, and it was to the extent where they could predict moves. Well, you take that into effect. Now you have an steroid-induced observation haki. You know what I mean? And Enel does, yeah, he does use a trident like Katakuri does. You're exactly right. So I'm seeing a lot of similarities here. It's just one of those things where it's just like, because Oda does like using similarities. You know, we have a lot of things here and there. So it's just kind of like, I see a lot of similarities, and then we saw Luffy beat Enel because Enel was, you know, I guess weak to rubber. He wasn't able to defeat it. But in reality, you know, Enel was probably stronger than Luffy, and his Devil Fruit definitely overcame him. So it's just one of those things where it's going to be an environmental effect. I think the fire in Luffy's Red Hawk will probably affect the Mochi. I'm not sure. That's a theory that's been going around. But it's going to be something along those lines. I just see such a similarity to where Luffy's going to have to be able to beat Katakuri at his own game, just like how he beat Enel at his own game. Enel is probably worth 800 million tier. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, Enel was much stronger than we believed him to be. It was just the natural weakness against rubber. So I'm thinking Katakuri, if we kind of like scale him down for a minute, we just kind of go back and backtrack ourselves. If we replace Katakuri with Enel, it's the same exact situation that they're in now. They can predict the movement, so they're going to have to think and move opposite of what's going on now. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, you got to move one way but think the opposite, or vice versa, and that's how you can defeat the observation haki. Katakuri would lose to Sanji. Why do you think that? Tell me why you think he would lose to Sanji. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things where it's a big similarity, and I might actually have to make a theory video on why Enel, on basically how Luffy can beat Katakuri, and I hope you guys share it. I'm gonna work on it this weekend for sure, and then I'm gonna try and release it next week. Because I need to start doing some theory videos and stuff like that. But I mean, it's the biggest similarity. It's just like, you just kind of scale it back then. It's the same exact thing. They could predict the movements. Obviously, they couldn't predict the future, but it's the same thing. We also see Katakuri getting frustrated for once. He says, "Look, I've never had anyone dodge this many attacks before." So it was frustrating him, and he was getting annoyed with it. You could tell. So that was really interesting to see. Sanji can literally create flames and Moki melts under extreme heat. Yeah, no, you're right. That is true. That is very true. Bounty honey. Oh yeah. I know where you are. We're probably very similar area to where we are in the anime. I need to catch up and start doing actual anime videos as well. But no, it's just one of those things where I just see the similarity. That's all I can see right now. Unless maybe Oda forgot that Annette, like we've already had this kind of situation. I feel like people looking at this are like, how are they gonna defeat somebody who can predict the future? Well, they already did. The priests already had the same mantra, the same exact hockey. So it's something that I feel like wasn't explained on back then. That's kind of inconsistent now, maybe in a sense. I don't know. I'm gonna have to write a script and read it and get my thoughts together. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things where we'll have to see. I'm gonna do a video on it and talk to Royce and see what he thinks. Don't like Luffy going Gear 4 since it's wasteful. Okay, a lot of people are saying Luffy's awakened. There's no way he's awakened. There's just absolutely no way he's awakened, and this is because he literally goes, "Oh, wait a second. Wait, this is the same thing Doflamingo did. Obviously, he doesn't know what awakened is, or he doesn't quite grasp the concept of it, so he's not awakened. Luffy, oh goodness, what was I gonna say? So we have two awakened users, other than the jailers, and Luffy didn't really know what it meant. He's like, this is the same thing Doflamingo did, so it's just one of those things where I don't think Luffy is awakened because he doesn't quite grasp the concept of it. So, I mean, if there's a Gear 5, why didn't he use it against Doflamingo? Because one-on-one, Luffy would not be able to defeat Doflamingo. He had to get the help of Law, the citizens. You know, he ran out of Gear 4 energy. Like, he ran out of Haki before he could defeat him. So, it's just one of those things. I just don't see a Gear 4 or a Gear 5 or Awakened anytime soon, just because how quick Dressrosa ended and all that stuff there. You want Whole Cake Island to end really badly. I do too, but I don't. The only reason why I don't now is because everyone's regrouping, and I want to see how this happens. I want to see how this ends out with Germa saving the Straw Hats, because that's going to happen. And then what's going to happen when Capone meets up with the Straw Hats and Germa again. So it's going to be a meetup. Everyone's going to be full force again. Where is it? I don't see Luffy being awakened, but there's a chance he could come up with Gear 5. Yeah, he could come up with it on the spot. If he sees Katakuri. Okay, the thing about Katakuri is, and I saw a theory video, it's like, whatever you can do, I can do better. And he's doing that to Luffy, because he's mimicking a lot of Luffy's moves. Even the one where he twists up his arm and then spins it and hits him. That's a move that Luffy has done multiple times, sent his opponent spinning. It's just one of those things. Luffy could have beaten Dofi by himself, since once he used Gear 4, Dofi acted like it was total trash. I'm going to disagree, because it took the help of everyone. It's just one of those things where he ran out of energy before he could finish him off. And if he couldn't hide, then he obviously wouldn't be able to get him. Like, if you put Doflamingo and Luffy in a one-on-one, no hiding, no city, no nothing, Doflamingo would win. But we'll backtrack that. That'll be for another discussion sometime. So back to kind of Gear 5. I think if Katakuri does something and Luffy gets the idea, the fighting idea, where he came up with it, just like how he came up with Gear 2 and Gear 3, he kind of came up with it like that. He watched CP9 do their moves, and then he came up with Gear 2. So, Gear 2nd. So, it was kind of one of those things where if he sees Katakuri do something, maybe there will be Gear 5, or if he thinks of something interesting. So, we'll see how that ends up being. I don't think it's something that he trained for. I think it's going to be something where it might just come like that. We don't realize how it came to be. Luffy is making bigger enemies in the Marines, and worse about it, his grandpa is one of them. Yep. Oh yeah, grandpa doesn't like it. But no, I think it's just one of those things where even if you say Doflamingo is stronger than Katakuri, then Luffy could not beat Doflamingo. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. Because you said, where is it? Katakuri. I don't know where you said it. It's somewhere there. I see Katakuri versus Luffy will pretty much be a draw like Lucci and Luffy. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. And the reason why, and I don't think Luffy was stronger than Lucci. I also saw this in a theory video that I agree with. I don't think Lucci was weaker than Luffy at the time. I think Luffy just had more passion and more to lose. And that's why he didn't give up. Like, he won sheer, like, just off of sheer dedication and determination to win. So I think that's kind of one of those things where Lucci wasn't weaker. It's just Luffy never goes for the killing blow. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's one of those things. Yeah, for sure. Luffy never goes for the killing blow, sadly. Which, I mean, you gotta respect. You gotta respect him for that. But his opponents will. Doflamingo will. Lucci. I mean, everyone will except for him. Even Zoro will. For sure. Those 2 years Luffy was separated from his crew made him stronger than ever, and he's reaching new heights the more he fights. Yeah, agreed. Luffy is still stronger than Luffy. Maybe not right now after Gear 4th, but we'll see. It depends on how much they powered up. Because now we have CP0, and they look very interesting for sure. But we'll see, for sure. We'll have to see. I also saw a theory video that, like, each of the commanders have, like, big flaws that'll get to them, but I think this will happen. But it was interesting to see Katakuri awakened, and what else he can do. I think, like, the true definition of awakening is being, like, okay, so basically the devil fruit, the Paramecia devil fruit, there's like 4 different kinds. There's the people who can create, the ones who can, I don't remember how to do it. Okay, so they create, they can make their own body into other things. No, so it's produce, alternate their body, affects their body, kind of like Brook, and then there's a 4th one. I can't remember what it was. So I think being awakened for a Paramecia user is kind of mixing the 2 of those together. So you have a Paramecia who is awakened. So not only can he, like, change his body into Moki, he can change the area around him. So it's kind of one of those things where his so I think this is a theory video that I saw, and I'm gonna have to, like, link it in the description or something. So basically, when you're awakened, you have 2 or more of those abilities together. So that kind of may be something with Blackbeard. Maybe he is awakened himself. I don't know. That way you can have 2 Devil Fruit users. I don't know. Devil Fruit power. So there we go. Create, transform, project. I believe it's like that. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, and then the 4th one is, like, it affects their own body, like Brook. So yeah, thank you, Xanax. See, this is why you're the #1 fan, for real. But no, yeah, it's something like that. So I think not so he can transform his body, and then he basically can do all of those in a sense, where he can create it, and then transform the area around him as well as his body. Because we saw somebody go in for that blow, and it kind of split him in half, but he corrected himself. So he's not a Logia. So it's just interesting to see that. I wonder if Carrot will be the new Straw Hat member. I think she fits in well with them. She might be, just because she has nothing to do. It depends on how they do separate ways. She might be up until Wano, and then after Wano she might separate. So it just depends. We'll have to see, because I know Jinbei definitely is the next Straw Hat for sure. They might get 2 Straw Hat members, but no, Carrot and Jinbei will probably be both new members. Yeah, I think the only reason why I don't see Carrot being a member is because I see her. Well, she does want to become a warrior of the sea, or whatever it was the last chapter they said. So I think, my prediction is she'll temporarily join when they go to Wano, and then the samurais leave or whatever after Wano is done. Then they're gonna kind of part ways, and she's gonna go back to Zou, unless she just sticks with them. Because Luffy does want 10 members, so it might be interesting to see. Okay, what else? I also think Pudding's gonna leave Whole Cake Island. Similar to whatever her name is, Lola. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think she's just gonna leave, because you see a lot of similarities between the 2 of them. what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I had one other thing to say, and I don't remember what it was. Any final thoughts for you guys in chat? Tell me what what your things are in the oh my goodness, in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are on all the stuff we talked about. Jinbei's region, Arlong took over Nambi's town when he released him. Yeah, no, you're right. I remember that. That was a while ago. I don't remember what it was that I was going to say. Oh my goodness. Oh well, I kind of came up with it on the fly too. But any final thoughts, guys? Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. They were so brief on the awakening. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm awakened. My powers are awakened." Don't forget to promote your Twitter and stuff. I will, because nobody is following us on the Twitter and stuff. But yeah, they just were so brief on the awakening. It was just kind of like, "Oh yeah, by the way, my powers are awakened." I mean, I guess, I don't know. It was weird. Arlong was arrested again. Yeah, true. What do you guys think on the, like, how brief it was for them to, like, just barely talk about the awakening? It was just like, he's awakened. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird at how brief it was. But no. Any final thoughts, guys? While they're typing any final thoughts, go ahead and I'm promoting the Twitter and stuff. So we got the Instagram, the Twitter, and the Snapchat. Go ahead and add and follow all of those. Subscribe to OliveGrummer and OliveGrummer Ting. Ting. I was reading something. OliveGrummer at OliveGrummer YT for the live streams. Guys, just over a month left and I can get live streaming back on the channel. I miss it so much. Tomorrow I will be doing Dragon Ball Super and I will be doing some Destiny 2 as well. Just gonna have some fun with some live streams. See what we can get going on. And Awaken was expected with him being so high tier. Yeah, agreed 100%. It wasn't a surprise, so I guess it is kind of a good thing that they kind of just briefly mentioned it. He's like, my powers are awakened. Okay, well, it was expected. Like, what else do you want? I see Luffy winning with plot armor. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of like an environmental thing, maybe. Alright. G-Boy, you got any final thoughts? Oh, wait, what happened to Arlong after Luffy defeated him? I didn't see that one. But yeah, I actually like Arlong as a character, to be honest with you. I think he's stronger than we thought he would be. But, oh no, I think Arlong is definitely stronger than Horty Jones, hands down. I think Arlong would beat Horty Jones in a fight, but Horty Jones kept taking those pills, which made him kind of stronger. But you put them one-on-one against each other, Horty Jones is losing. But on that note, guys, I want Sanji to fight with Luffy. What? That'd be interesting, but I think Luffy would win. I think Luffy would win all of the fights, but I don't think he's the strongest on the crew. I think Zoro's stronger than Luffy. Just because, like, strength-wise, like arm wrestling-wise, Zoro's stronger. I think Frankie's stronger as well, just because he's a machine. And even in the when we first met Frankie, he was just as strong as Luffy physically. Like when they punched each other, knocked each other out. Luffy would not beat Zoro. Oh yeah, no, Luffy is. Well, I don't know. It's close. Yeah, maybe he wouldn't, just because the swords aspect. I think this awakening will be something that will be interesting. Yeah, I think hopefully this awakening has a different twist on it than Doflamingo, because everyone's devil fruits are different, so we'll just have to see. Maybe everyone's awakening is different as well. But on that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this awesome stream, because I got to pack for tomorrow morning, and I'll be streaming tomorrow afternoon and night. So, Weakest Straw Hat is Usopp or Chopper. I think it might be Usopp. Like, strength-wise, it might be Usopp. Unless you're counting the girls. But who knows. Zoro's only toyed with his enemies. I don't think Luffy would beat Pika. Zoro, well, yeah, that's true. It's just two different, but it's two different. It's just so, yeah, it would be weird to put them together. God, we keep getting into good conversations. But no, I think you're right. You're 100% right. Zoro has definitely only toyed with his enemies. Like, we haven't seen Zoro go all out since CP9, really. We've seen Luffy go all out against Crocodile, CP0, Doflamingo, and soon now. I think now he might go all out soon. We'll see though. But no. Anyways, guys, for sure. Let me go ahead and end the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Check the links in the description below for Patreon, PayPal donations. You can get your name popped up here on the live stream. Luffy went all out everywhere. Close. Except for like the beginning fights of the very beginning, like against Buggy and Arlong and stuff like that. He definitely didn't go all out then. And Captain Kuro, which was my favorite villain at the time because he was so dope. But anyways, guys, that is enough for tonight. Thank you guys. Donate if you want to see more content and like what you see. Check the links in the description below for if you're watching this later. Comment your thoughts, comment your theories if you made it to the entire video. Thank you. Hey, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. In honor of Don Tanimal.